This section will introduce you to n-grams, how they look like, how you can use y-TextMiner to extract n-grams out of sentences. Now, let's look at the one Java class that I created related to n-grams and many other preprocessing techniques. We need this Java class called sentence.java. Sentence.java is under edu.연세.util. By clicking on the radio button, you expand the package, and there is sentence.java. By clicking on sentence.java, and this is sentence.java class. I explained this Java class briefly in previous lab session. Let's take a closer look at this. There are several variables, global variables. The first one, serial version ID, is you don't have to pay attention to that. But what you need to know is sentence. Sentence itself. So sentence is string. Okay, so it's each raw text sentence. And parse tree form of sentence is string representation. We'll discuss this later. Dependencies. Okay, dependencies is dependency which were found in the sentence. We will discuss this later too. Sentiment core. Okay, sentiment core is double, same as sentiment link, sentiment word. Those three Boolean double variables are the result of three sentiment analysis techniques. Okay, one is Stanford Core NLP, second is link pipe base, third one is dictionary called SentiWord Net. Okay, so all of those are quite useful for later text mining applications, and we'll talk about those in later lectures and lab sessions. Aside from the get and set methods and preprocess method, there are a lot of get and set methods and preprocess method too. We have one function called get n-grams. Okay, get n-grams. Now let me explain this a little bit more. Get n-grams function returns list, Java list container, and element type is string. It takes one argument. This argument is called the number of consecutive word. Okay, so and if it's 2, then bigram, 3, then trigram. So depending on the number of n-gram size, we loop through. The size means the sentence size, and then for each sentence up to the n-gram will create n-grams. The plus equal sign means appends. Okay, so for each n-gram we append the consecutive words corresponding to that n-gram size. At this point, we use get lemma instead of get token. So lemma form will be appended to n-gram. Then if there is any trailing white space, then we use string API stream function. And then we add those n-grams to array list, and then it returns the array list. So this array list will be based on the size of string, size of sentence string. So each sentence has different size. So depending on the size of sentence and depending on the size of n-grams, the returned array, the size of returned array will be determined. Okay, so let's create n-gram main.java. Okay, so previous lab session we create normalization main.java. In the same manner, we create n-gram main.java. So here it will be under main package. So you select the main package and then select new, and then you select class. Here the name should be n-gram main. Same as before, I already created n-gram main, so I cannot create this again. For you, you should not have any problem. So you will just clicking on finish button to make n-gram main.java. Okay. So once you click on finish button, you will see n-gram main.java under main package. It's very simple. At this point, the difference between this and previous normalization main is calling n-grams, okay? But other than that, what you need to do is you create, instantiate scanner object to read, open the file and read the file. And for a number of lines, you call next line, and then you create sentence object, and you call pre-process function, and then do next pre-processing stage. Same as normalization main.java, n-gram main.java, you need to do this similar thing. Okay. This time, ny times news articles under data and corpus. So it's on the data, corpus, ny time news articles at txt. The first thing is URL. So you don't want to get the n-grams out of the first line. So you will probably want to skip the first line. Okay, so you're not going to do anything with the first line, but the next line and on, you will call next line of scanner object. If the corresponding text is empty, then you break. Otherwise, you create sentence object by passing the raw text of each line and call preprocess. This is similar with normalization main.java, as I said. But from this point on, you set n-gram to 2, which means you will do bigram. That means for each line of text, you will get bigram. Okay, so you will call it. You will print out each sentence, and then for each sentence, you print out bigrams. Right? So you probably want to. This is simple. You just copy from normalization main.java, and then you skip the first line. And the while loop means, and until this means it runs forever until the condition, breaking condition met. The breaking condition here is if text is empty, then it breaks. Otherwise, it keep going. Okay, so assuming that you already code those lines of Java codes, and then Control S, you save this file. Then if this is first time, so you need to right click on ngram main.java and select run as. Okay, select run as. It's a very sensitive mouse. And then you select Java application. And as you see, the program prints out the logging information, and then for each sentence, you have bigram. The bigram, like Washington Steeler, 2 question mark, we remove 2 question mark because the lemma form is not there. The Washington Steeler pitching keep the Mets a flood in, and so on and so forth. So you basically you're getting n-grams, in this case bigram, out of each sentence. Okay, if you want to print out each n-gram, then what you need to do is you simply okay. So here the error is because we didn't import this. So the list is under java.util. Okay, so you just get this. And what you need to do then is you just simply loop through array list of string. Let's call ngram, then results. There's a spelling error. And then what you need to do is just call ngram. Okay, just simply re-execute the ngram main. If you recall correctly, if you're running into memory heap size memory error, then you have to increase the virtual memory by selecting run as and Java configuration. There's a VM argument, and you set XMX 1300 or 1500 megabytes. By doing so, you will avoid the memory error problem. Let me just okay. So as you see, each line has bigram. If you want to increase the n-gram size, you simply change 2 to 3 or 2 to 4, and so on and so forth. By doing this, you will get n-grams out of sentences.